game, the higher your quick stat, all it does is it increases.
All right, what's up, guys? Let's get ready to rock. So we are sitting here over in Pensacola International, and today's flight is to Atlanta. Flew in here last night for the Vatsim event. It was pretty cool. Not as packed as I thought it was going to be, but not so bad for a weekend. I mean, for a weekday. So still a lot of fun, but now it's time to head back to Atlanta. So let's get going here, turn down the tunes a little bit and get this bad boy fired up. We're sitting in the A32NX from Fly-by-Wire, which is just an amazing aircraft. I find it very hard to fly anything else at the moment. We have Pacx. We are in Vatsim today as well. So let's get rocking and rolling. All right, coming in here, guys. Let's go ahead and over to our overhead panel, and we are going to turn on our external power. Batteries are coming on. All right, and we are going to come down here. We'll turn on our APU. We'll get this one started. Crew oxygen adheres 1, 2, and 3. Get our nav lights going. Seatbelt signs can come on, no smoking sign. Let's arm our emergency lights as well. There's some lights in here too. This is looking good. Let's turn on our fuel pumps and then bring our passengers on board. So we are going to start up our Pacx right over here. And let's bring in our passengers, load our information from SimBrief. So Pensacola International to Atlanta, Delta flight 1668, flight level 250, flight about 41 minutes and 31 minutes. I think we could take off. I think we can get out of here in 20 minutes. A very small airport. There's no ATC on right now, no traffic. 20 minutes until takeoff, I think is reasonable. You know what? Let's just, yeah, 20 minutes is fine. 20 minutes. A320, 174 passengers, and cool. Next, definitely Wi-Fi, definitely no meals, too short of a flight, and then we will go ahead and start that. Oh, forgot to start our Pacx plug in here. We'll give that a second to get going. There it is. All right, passengers are boarding. Let's get our, should have got our jetway connected. Would it connect on our beautiful not so clean parking from Microsoft? Let's see, is it gonna reach? Might just get to it. So that's happening. Let's get our luggage. Let's get our catering. All looking very nice so far. Yeah, I knew it's not gonna reach that. Look at that. Okay. Overhead panel is good. We can go ahead and turn on our APU is available. APU bleed can come on. Back down. Let's load up our flight plan. So let's go to our FMS here. First things in it. I'm gonna load our request for SimBrief. Here's our flight, Pensacola to Atlanta, Delta flight 1668. IRS in it. We're gonna align, confirm. Now we're gonna return back and head straight to, oh, what happened to our costing? That's the first. Let me go to SimBrief. Costing is 5, but that's the first time I see this not populate here. So that's new. I did update. I am using the developmental version for fly-by-wire A32NX, and I did update it. I update it every time there's an update before flying. So that's new. So cost index either way is 5, so we'll plug that in there. Now we're going to go to our MCDU. Let's get our weather. Here it is. We'll send for our weather information. While that is setting up, I'm going to go ahead and get our fuel and payload uploaded. So if we just zoom out a little bit here, we're going to turn up the lights on our screens. We can see a little bit better. Got the cabin cargo and cabin door in the back open, so things are loading up nicely. Let's get the fuel in. So there's our fuel, 5.6, and let's head down to the next page and we do our payload, and we are good there as well. So payload passengers are in 180, always looking good. Cool. Now back to our FMS. I'm gonna go over to let's get the weather. Go back to AOC menu. Let's look at receive. Let's see what the weather looks like here in Pensacola. So it looks 330, 16 gusting 20. So we got some nice interesting winds here. 10 miles visibility, overcast at 300, which I do not see that. And our weather is live. Weather is so funky with Flight Sim, man. Such a shame. Yeah, I don't see any of that overcast. So again, interesting how the weather is there. They gotta fix that. Such a shame. All right, so that's good. Let's print this out. Let's print that out so it comes out over here. Our squawk code today will be 200, as we do not have any ATC clearance. So we'll do 2200 for IFR flight plan. Here's our information. We're gonna go ahead and start plugging some of this stuff in. Altimeter's 3. Let's get these screens up. 3003 on the altimeter. So that's good. We'll plug that in there, and we'll also plug it in up here as well. 300. Okay, good. We want to get out of here as soon as possible. Let's get them going. All right, light up the screens a little bit so we can see things a little bit better. That's good. Coming down here, I'm gonna turn these on. These have the integrated lights, integ lights, whatever those are. These the numbers look a lot better. Here, let's increase this and also these as well right in here. Okay, cool. Looking pretty good so far. Let's lock our doors. And we're looking good. All right, so winds are 330. So that'll be, I think we came in runway 35, so we're probably going to be departing runway 35 again. Makes the most sense. There's no departure SID here, so runway 35 is what we're going to go with. There it is. Insert that, and that takes care of that for the most part. Now let's look at our arrival. We are coming in via the, looking at my Navi graph on my other screen here. Let's see what this looks like.
Crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight.
Coming in via
be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath
the GNDLF arrival. Not sure what the name is for that, but either way, let's put that in here.
If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you
weather right now is
close it
050, gusting 11 to 21. So we'll be we're looking for a runway that makes sense for Atlanta for that. I'm gonna have to look at the charts because Atlanta has so many runways. Let's make sure we pick the right one that makes the most sense. So at the moment, 050 looks like the 9. Runway 9 right. We're coming from the south. I think that makes the most sense. 9 right. 9 right. Yeah, 9 right makes sense for 050. Cool. Let's plug that in. So 050 runway 9 right. ILS is good, and our arrival is the ground DLF, whatever that thing is, and then our transition point for VIA for our runway, arriving 9 right. Let's take a look here. For 9 right, ILS transition. See what makes the most sense. I'm gonna pick the one we have already, Andy, and if I look at Andy. Yeah, that transition makes sense. We could cut ahead too if we need to. But let's pick Andy. Andy's good. So that's our transition. So we are all set for arrival. And then for our star, for our star arrival, let's see if that transition is good. This one here, Bjorn. No, we are coming in a different one. I'm showing Ant. I'm showing this one. So that's our transition. I hate when it does. See, we pick that and then we have to go through it again. I don't know. I don't get it. I really do not get why it does that. So let's just go through here. Let's pick our departure again. Right? We have Andy, and then now it does it. It's just, I don't get that. I don't get that. But whatever. Cool. That is in. Flight plan's looking good. Let's take a second look just to make sure everything looks kosher. Nothing is out of whack. ENT. Condor, Gondor, then Smag. Yeah, Smag is there. That's good. Then we go GNDLF. That's good. I'm looking at my template arrival, and that looks good. How, Sherald, and then Jungle, and then Qubit, and that's our ILS start transition. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so that is in place. Excellent. Let's go back up, finish up some things here. So in it, let's go to page number 2. I'm gonna get our fuel. Our block today is 5.6. 5.6. That is all set there. Excellent. Now go ahead and get our performance page all set up. So transition altitude 18,000. We're going flaps 1 and 65. Cool. V1 speed, let's generate these. 132, 133, V2 137. Good. Our FMS is fully done and complete, so that is all set there. Cool, guys. Flight directives can come on. Altimeter is set on both. Lights are good. We can go ahead and go straight to, there's no departure here. We go straight to our flight level 250. That is in there. We'll fly runway heading, I guess. Again, there's just no instruction of departure.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead, flight tech. We will be ready shortly.
Okay, I will hold.
ground crew know that we'll be ready to go shortly here. Up to the top. Everything else is good. We can turn on our wind lights on as well. But other than that, all is set for departure, guys. Just waiting for people to board.
We're ready to go when you are.
All right, they're ready to go. We are ready to go. Let's get to it. So over here, guys,
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen,
start our
and welcome
pushback.
aboard flight 1668.
Cockpit to ground.
Service
Go ahead,
to
flight tech.
Atlanta.
We are
Our
ready for
flight time will
pushback
be
and engine
roughly
start.
41
Roger.
minutes.
Release the
Now
parking
that the
brakes,
cabin
please.
doors closed, please make sure that all devices
Alright,
are in
release the
airplane
parking
mode
brakes
and
released.
large devices
Pushing
are
back.
now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables
All right,
and seat backs are in a
runway
full upright lock
35.
position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
It's gonna be down this way. So we're going to steer to the left here for runway 35. Okay. Runway 35. Let me get my charts just to know, make sure I know where I'm going here. Actually to the right. We're steering to the right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct
You are
your
clear
attention
behind,
to the
and
flight
you can
attendant
start your
as they
engines
demonstrate
at your
the
discretion.
uses of our aircraft.
All right,
You will
start the
notice a light
engines.
illuminated above
Start.
you.
Engine number 2 is
When this
coming
light
on.
is illuminated, please fasten your seatbelts low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we may experience unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few
All right,
moments now
here
to
we
locate
go.
your nearest
Pushback
exit.
Express is
In
so
some
nice.
cases, your nearest exit
Could really
is
line
behind
things
you.
up nicely
If we
here.
need to
We're just gonna
evacuate the aircraft,
put ourselves
floor
right in
level
this
lighting will guide you towards the exit.
taxiway
In
right
the
here.
event that the cabin loses pressure, an oxygen mask will drop right in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth and secure the
Very
elastic
nice.
band behind your
I
head.
think that
Tighten
is
the strap
more
if
than good
necessary
enough.
and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone
Pushback
who
complete.
requires
Set parking
assistance,
brakes,
secure
please.
your mask
All
first
right,
and
parking
then
brakes are
assist
coming
others.
on.
Parking
Engine
brakes
2
set.
is
Roger.
firing up.
Okay, the tow bar is disconnected and the equipment is clear. We will see you on the right-hand side with the pin.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks. Have a good flight. See you later.
So open the plastic pouch and remove the
All
gun.
right, excellent.
Flip it
Engine
over your
2 is
head.
good to
Wrap
go.
the
Let's
straps
get
around
engine
your
1
waist
fired
and
up.
buckle at the front. Pull the
And
strap
let's
to
get on the
tighten.
road here. 8
To
minutes
inflate the vest, pull
left for
firmly on
departure. I
the
think we'll
red
be
cord
getting out of
only when
here
exiting the
with a
aircraft.
little bit of time
If your
to
life
spare.
vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. This vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your
Sitting on the beautiful Delta flight
Put your arms into the straps
1668.
and hug the cushion to your chest. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time. Please securely stow your personal items.
Let's
Make
go
sure
ahead
your
and jump
seatbelts
in,
are fastened
and
in
we are
seat backs
going
and tray tables
to
are in their full upright
get
position.
on
We
Vatsim.
remind you that this is a non-smoking flight.
Oh, we are
Tampering with,
122.8.
disabling, or
Good.
destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law.
And we are
All
taxiing
of
straight
this
ahead on
information can be
Alpha,
found in the safety
runway
card located in
35.
the seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Okay, all is looking well. Waiting for number 2. Number 2 is stable, excellent. Bring this back here to start. And then let's go over, turn off our APU. That can come off. Taxi lights can come on. And we are, smoking lights were, oh, they were in auto, but on is better, I guess. Okay, we're good to taxi, guys. Let's get going. Sweet. Pensacola traffic, Delta 1668 taxiing via Alpha to runway 35 north departure. Alright. Brakes are off. Just rock and roll. Let's rock and roll here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and turn on our auto brakes, speed brakes, flaps 1. And straight out onto Alpha here. Cross runway 8. pretty quiet traffic. As far as traffic here today, not much going on. It is early though. It is very, very early. Okay, clear right, clear left. Push on the brakes here. This thing loves to go. Alright, pretty good. Nice little small airport. 7,000 feet of runway here. So more than enough, but not huge, that's for sure. But more than enough for our A320. And actually, I looked up some actual flights. You do have some 737s, 800s landing in here. Some decent sized planes coming in. Actually, this Delta flight, I think it's a 737. Alright, let's get ready. Hold here for a second. Turn on my lights, strobe lights, landing lights, takeoff taxi lights are coming on. Everything else all checked out. Yep, cool. Pensacola International traffic, Delta 1668 taking off runway 355 north departure. All right. I'm gonna have to end up buying some kind of payware for the weather. I don't think this is sunny. Earlier when I loaded the sim, and I forgot what happened. I had the wrong aircraft, Liberty, whatever. Liberty. Yeah, I had to. It was raining. It was pouring. Now come back and it's clear. All right, here we go, guys. We are rolling. Holding center line. Okay. There you go. There's V1. Rotate. Alright, positive rate of climb. Gears are coming up. Go ahead, start turn, go direct. Sue here. Very nice departure. Let's bring it down here, pick up some speed. Bring that nose down a little bit. Throttle's coming to level. Nice little area. Weather was insane yesterday. I didn't get to see a whole lot of the place here. Alright, flaps can come up. We are clean. Turn a little bit more over to direct our first waypoint here. And I'm going to turn on the autopilot. So it's always a challenge. Do you turn on the autopilot or do you fly the takeoff? Because then you don't touch the controls after that. It's always a challenge, but let's see what's going on. Let's get some views. So We'll go ahead and turn on the autopilot. I don't want it to turn into the line. I want it to go direct, so I'm going to come in here, just go direct from where I'm at now. Good. Alright, so autopilot is set. Landing, runway turn-off lights can come off. Taxi lights can come off as well. That is good there. And let's check out the view here. Gonna bring down the sounds a little bit. Too high there for the engines. But a pretty nice little area. Coming in was nice. We came over the water, and the approach in here is pretty interesting. They fly you, for at least for runway 35, they fly you almost over the airport, bring you around, out, and back in. At least that's the vectors we got coming into Pensacola yesterday by Vatsim. So that was pretty cool. And a lot of flyings, a lot of people coming in from Atlanta, right where I'm going to now. So again, pretty nice little airport over here in the Jacksonville ATC event yesterday. All right, I wonder if this weather's actually right. I'm gonna check something. I'm gonna check the weather, because it's so frustrating with Flight Sim and their weather not being correct. And it looks like it's happening more and more. I'm gonna actually go get I'm gonna buy a payware for Weather Force. I think it's a good one. Someone did a review on YouTube. Gotta look into it a little bit more. There's so many out there, but I think that one was a good one. But let's see here, Pensacola. I'm actually looking this up. Let's look at the weather.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000
Oh wait, 10,000
now
feet.
turn on your larger portable
Landing lights can
electronic
come
devices.
off.
As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt
All
fastened
good there.
while you're seated
Speed
and
brakes,
do
let's
not
take care of that.
congregate in galleys or
That
near
is
the
in.
lavatory.
Flaps are clean.
This aircraft is
Everything's
equipped with
looking green
onboard
as far as our
Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the
indicators.
Wi-Fi, you'll be
All looks
directed
good.
to a page to
Let's
be
go
installed
ahead and
for internet access. We do offer
move this out, see our
complimentary
flight plan a little bit
to our
more.
partners.
Very short flight.
Connect to the
Shouldn't
Wi-Fi and you'll be able
shouldn't
to
take us
access
long
our wide range of free live
to Atlanta.
feeds
There it is. We're about already about 230 miles out. So not bad. Actually, the beginning of our, we picked flight level 250, but the beginning of our arrival is this one here, this waypoint. So we're gonna be in that in 80 minutes. So we won't be at cruise for long, coming in here. And I did check the altitude. One of the templates coming in here, the star is actually the arrival. Stars at flight level 240 or greater. But since we're going east, you can't really fly at 240. You got to be at 25. So we're good there. What's it doing? Checking the weather. Yes. Let's check the weather. I'm just curious what the weather is. So here is Pensacola. Weather. Okay, so yeah, it is raining. It is cloudy. At least it's cloudy. We had no clouds whatsoever. So yeah, so this is off, and you do have some chance of rain. And early when I logged in, there was rain. Look at this. No clouds at all. So frustrating. And just to confirm, let me make sure. If I do this and go back. Yeah, it's not working. Alright, it is what it is. Not gonna let that bother me, but we will get something for the weather, because who knows when Microsoft is going to fix that. Alright, we are expecting, and I don't think we even got these. We definitely did not on takeoff. We did not get this at all. There was no way we felt the 16 winds here, gusting 20, and we're probably not gonna get that at Atlanta neither. So highly doubt it. Alright, cool. We should be turning here shortly through 15,000 for 25. We can go ahead and turn this to standard now, since we're not leveling off until we get above 18,000. All else looks good. Let's put this 9er 2 on the altimeter. Perfect. And yeah, pretty cool. Atlanta is such a beautiful airport. I love the way Atlanta looks. My favorite airport, because I'm from there, is Kennedy, so I fly a lot in and out of there. By the way, let's take a look while we're enjoying this flight. Let's take a look at the new software, Volanta. So here's our flight right now. This is pretty neat. They got some pretty cool stuff. You can see, for example, you can see by the way, I uploaded everything from my SIN brief. So they allow you to do that. So I had a lot of information in SIN brief. You can upload it here. I had a lot of flights in there already, and that's why you have so much data. But I just started using it, and it's pretty cool. It tells you how much times you fly to an airport, if you're a regular, if you're a master, if you're an explorer, if you haven't flown there quite a bit. Let's say this one, Kia. No, I fly there a lot. Let's pick one here. We don't go here often. Oh, maybe no, we don't. So an explorer, I done what, 2 flights here. So that's pretty cool. Kind of shows you how well you know that airport. That's a nice touch. Sim Toolkit doesn't have that. Here's our flight right now. So you got that there. I also like what they did here with the challenges. This is nice. So you know, if you have no idea of what to fly, you can come in here, look at some of the challenges they have. You can go get those Sky Milk. So you click on here, you can go ahead and fly this challenge. And where's the information of the challenge? So that's it. So they give you. There should be more to it. Right, if I click here, I guess you just fly there. It's not an actual destination to and from. And here you have a VOR approach runway. Alright, so you go in and do the VOR approach. Alright, so that's pretty cool. So that's a fun touch to it. This is cool too here. They did something where, let me see if I show it. Flights. They were showing how where your aircraft are located. Okay, here the aircraft. So it tells you all the aircrafts you're flying, which again, these are all the same. I don't know why it tracks them differently. It should be all the same thing because that's pretty much what I'm flying. But for example, here we flew. I flew in a 747 in here, and it'll tell you that this aircraft stayed there. Like it'll tell you where you left those aircrafts at. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. If you want to track, if you track it that way, you know, if you're connecting your flights and don't want to disconnect your legs on a certain aircraft, that's nice, I guess. But I found that interesting. And this is our flight today right now. What is that? Oh no, this was last night. Delta 2348. That's our call sign last night. That's what we did. Yes, it flew us around over the airport and then around. So that was pretty cool. Alright, sweet. So I like this. This is nice. Let's can close or just minimize. Let's check our flight here. We're leveling off flight level 250. Good. Really pretty nice. Let's check Sim Toolkit, see how the traffic is coming in to Atlanta. It's always traffic there, even at this time of the day, which is probably the most dead.
Duration of this flight, we will not be able to offer in-flight service.
Got a couple of guys
Please
in the
let us
ground.
know if there's anything we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, and we will try our best to assist you.
Seatbelt signs can come off. Let's let our passengers relax a bit here. Pacx will turn seatbelt signs off. Good. And let's review our arrival. So going back here.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
Alright, so here is our Navigraph, which I love. Just got it the end of last year, and it's amazing. Amazing. Makes things so much easier. So we're coming into Ent, this location here. We're about 30 miles out. 30 miles out into Ent here, and then from there a Gondor. We want to be at flight level 240. So basically we can stay at, it says at or above, so we'll stay at 25. Then we'll start descent for whatever this is. Swag, no, GNDLF at 11,250, and then 10 and 8. So we are landing. Any instructions here? We're landing to a 09 right. What do we have? Any instructions for 09 right? Nope, I don't see anything. Assign runway 09 right, cross at or above 10,000. Okay, so the same thing for everything, so nothing special unless you're landing runway 10. That all looks good there. Okay, pretty clean. We checked the flight plan already. We have all these waypoints in our flight plan, so nice. No issues there. I never noticed this destination. Huh, wait a minute. I'm gonna expand. Is that new? Oh, okay, no. So this I noticed. I've never seen it this way where you can actually select it, but I guess because we had it small, it makes it it does this. Okay, all right, that was something new. Cool, pretty easy flight. After this flight, I'm definitely going to head back to New York. I'm not gonna stream that one because I probably won't be around as much, but I am going to search for weather. This is crazy. Weather's part of the best part of flight sim and flying, so how can you not get that right? But I give those guys a lot of credit because they're working hard, man. They're like, again, maybe because I'm older now, but I don't remember seeing such a company work so hard to get something right. Or maybe it's just because I'm so focused into this now. Let's get this message off. We'll turn this on auto. We could turn the weather on, but there's not much happening on the radar, as you can see. Not much going on as far as that. The new look is nice, guys. Look at how the glare, that wasn't like that before, and you have scratches in here too. So again, this is on one of the latest update, like this here. This is nice. Didn't have that before. It looked more like this, just really sharp. Actually, no, this is not, no, like that. It all looked like this here, like no wear and tear whatsoever. Now you do have some like wear and tear, some scratches, so it looks real neat on this aircraft. Alright, enter destination data. So what that means is, let's look at our runway 9 right. I'm gonna get some information for our arrival. So let's look in here. When did we get our weather info? That was at a 15:26 Zulu. So we should be okay with that. We should be okay with that. What time is it now? Let's click our fly pad here. Has the time, has the Zulu time, which comes in handy. 16:11. 16:11. All right, we gotta. Let's go in here. Type our sim brief. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you're doing that. I type sim brief. No, I don't need that. Type the sim captain. So they gotta figure a way so that when you type in here, it doesn't actually do stuff. Stop that. All right, here we go. So now that our information is there, let's go over to the dashboard and request from sim brief. Ah, there it is. So weather 05010. So not gusting anymore. That was at a 15:52. So we still got the same we had here. No, that's different. So let's request new data. Let's get rid of this one. Let's go ahead, MCDU, get the latest and greatest. Come in here, AOC menu. We're gonna request our. There's no ATC on. I don't see that. So just request our weather, and then we'll enter our information for arrival here. First thing is, let's go over to our performance page, next phase, and let's go ahead and just get a little closer here just so we can get the information we need. There it is. Let's get our altimeter. Let's print that out. Makes things so much easier. Receive message, new weather. Let's print, and let's pick that up back here. There we go. How nice is that? That is pretty cool. Alright, back to the screen. So let's get some data in here. Performance, next phase, our arrival. Alright, so altimeter at Atlanta is at the moment 3008. 3008. Throw that in there. Temperature is 9. Winds are 050 at 10. It's the latest weather we have. And transition altitude is 18,000. Now our decision height for runway, looking at the template here, for runway 9 right on ILS is is that 1126? 1126, yes. 1126. Decision height out of range. Why does it do that? So that's Cat 2. The Cat 1 has 1226. Let's try that. I gotta figure out why it does that. Is there something I'm doing wrong, or is there something wrong with the actual sim itself? Then like 1226 localizer glide slope is 1480, but yeah, it should just take it. So, but sometimes when it doesn't take it here, decision height, this MDA, it does do it there at times. So 1126, you can throw it in here again. I'm not sure why it does that. It says out of range. I'll have to figure that part out. All right, good. We are set. All information is in for arrival. Make sure runway 9 right. That's looking good. And we are coming up on our approach here. Let's get our template up again, our arrival chart, and we have, so we're crossing this one coming up here, Gondor, at or above 24,000, so we're good there. And then the next one after that is going to be how many miles out roughly, so we could plan our descent. We're looking at 48 miles to get down to 11. So as soon as we cross this one, we can start descent down to 11. And we need to be here at 250 knots. Excellent. Very, very good. How are our passengers doing? Let's check on them. Let's see what Pacx is up to. Alright, so expected arrival 25 minutes. I think we'll get down and in before that. I don't think we're early on that. So here it is. Everybody seems pretty happy at the moment. Yeah, 95% satisfaction. That's good. All is well there. Excellent. Alright, good. Pretty easy flight. Weather is good. See, this is why I think this 225 at 3, I get that a lot when you're at this flight level. So I think that's wrong, because we should be getting some a crosswind at this flight level, especially here in the Northeast. We should be getting some kind of crosswind. So yes, it's definitely off. This is why on some of these events where you have a lot of people, where you have a lot of like a lot of fly-ins. There was this guy in Europe. We're in Europe, and he couldn't keep up. I think he couldn't keep up, or yeah, he couldn't keep up. And the controller was telling him, you know, you got to increase your speed, and it was because he didn't have the tailwind, and everybody else had the tailwind. So you know, you have a 40-mile tailwind, you know, and you're at limit. That's gonna be a big difference in trying to do the spacing. So they tried a couple of things. They still couldn't get him to do it, and the controller had him just had, listen, dude, I gotta have you log off. I mean, 40 knots when you have spacing issues, is an issue for a controller. So we just need all the same weather. That's all we need. And correct weather, obviously. Okay, we are crossing Gondor, 24,000. The next one is 60 miles out. So we got a little bit of time before we start descending. Gotta see what other Vatsim events we have this weekend. See what we can join. pretty good so far. We'll start our descent, a couple more miles here. Get some tunes in the meantime. All right, another 20 miles to be top of descent. We'll start heading down to 11,000. 11,250. Then right after 10, and then cross Sherrill to add 8,000 exact. All right, we are about 50 miles now. No controllers at Atlanta today, so we're on a Vatsim. Well, not today, but right now. So we'll call our intentions. On final runway 26 for Atlanta. Somebody just posted there. Opposite of what we're doing, but should not be a factor once we start heading in here. Winds again are 050 at 10. Let me just check what Vatsim is showing for their winds. I mean, that should be the winds for Vatsim, but just gonna check here. On V-Pilot, what do we got? Yep, 050 at 10. All right, guys, top of descent, heading down to 11,000. All right, here we go, coming down. Need to get down to 8,000. We're clear to 10. We can go down to 10. Let's get down to 10. Need some. This plane loves to hang, so we're gonna put some flaps, some spoilers here, bring us down a little bit, create a little bit of drag so we can start descending. Need to be at 250. So that little bit of drag right there does a big difference getting this thing down. And here, I think 280 speed limit for, yeah, 280, Mach 6.7. We are, notice we are really high. So now we can start heading down all the way down to 8,000. But we'll need a little help from it. Gotta get down faster. Oops. 2,500. Did I miscalculate my top of descent? I think I might have. No, we still don't want to go at that speed. Keep 250. 250. There we go. All right, airport straight ahead. Somewhere in this area here. Actually, no, straight ahead. Yeah, we can't see it yet. Alright, let's get our altimeter plugged in as we get below 18,000. Altimeter is 3008. 3008. There we go. Take this off. Plug in 3008. Perfect. Alright, very good. We are a tad high, that's for sure. but all good here. We are about 35 miles from the field. And we are southeast. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1668 is about 35 miles southeast from the field. Expecting the ILS approach runway 9 right, Atlanta traffic. Okay, our intentions are in. We're gonna go ahead, go all around this for our approach. And go ahead and turn our seatbelt signs can come on. Advise the crew. As we make our final approach. Alright, putting up my ILS chart for 9. And we have to be at Andy at 7,000. So I'm gonna go ahead and start heading down to 7,000. No speed restrictions, so we are good. I'm not gonna do this thing here. I'm just gonna go straight forward. Go ahead and turn. We need the drag. I mean, this thing just got to slow down here, and this also has to start descending, so you need that drag. I think that's the field. All right, Andy for 7,000. No, don't do that. We want to go straight. Yep, don't do that. Go straight. 360.
We have begun our final descent into Atlanta. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash.
Let's turn on our
Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position.
localizer.
Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Alright guys, looking good right now. Need to be at 2,000 for this year. Uh, 7,000, and then right after that we can go down to 6, which I'm probably gonna clear now anyway. Let's head down to 6. Let's make sure our ILS information frequencies are on. Sometimes this does not populate. Oh, there it is. Didn't populate. Let's get it in here. 108.9 for out of range. What are you talking about? 108. Oh well, no wonder. That's what I typed. Yeah, it's gonna be out of range. 108.9. There we go. Ah, beautiful. No wonder we're not getting it. The information We should be picking it up though. We're pretty close. All right, we are going to be turning in here, guys. Let's go ahead. Turn 095. 095. Until we can get the localizer. Alright, gonna keep descend down to 5,000. Localizer still not active, but we have the ILS in place. 095. Worst case, we will turn this into a visual real fast. Runway's in sight right there, so we have the fuel in sight. So no issues there in making this a visual if we need to. 095, gonna move over to the left a little bit more, just line up with the south runways. Oh, there is our localizer finally decided to join us. There it is. So we're gonna go ahead and hit that approach so it can begin to line us up. And now we should be at 5,000, so we're good there as well. Next we can descend down to 4,000 for our next waypoint. So that's looking good. Let's start bringing back our speed here. We're coming in fast for sure. And we can go ahead down to 210. Actually 185, we're pretty close. Let's get down to 185. There we go. 185 is good approach speed. There's our localizer, our glide slope. Looking pretty good, guys. Once we get under that 230 there, we could throw a set of flaps. Alright, take your seats, cabin crew. I'll go ahead and put 1 notch of flaps in. Hopefully we don't overspeed. Yep, we are good. We are 5 miles out. No, 10 miles out. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1668, 10 miles out. ILS runway 19 right. Atlanta traffic. Alright, good. Looking good, guys. Let's get our runway. Oh, we forgot our landing lights. What a shame. What's wrong with us? Runway turn-off lights can come on. All set there. Seatbelt sign is on. All else looking good up here. Very good. We have the glide slope now. We can go ahead and bring our gears out. That's going to create some amazing drag for us to slow down to 185 where we need to be, and we're going to go ahead and we could throw on the second set of flaps on there as well. There we go. Excellent. Glide slope is good. Localizer is good. Got the fuel in sight. All is set. Let's go ahead and get our auto brakes on. Oops, medium is good. Let's go turn on our speed brakes here as well, and we are looking good, guys. Let's get our final speed in place. That's coming up now, and we can go ahead and start turning our flaps down, get fully configured for approach here. Okay, good. Flaps are full, everything is set. We got the glide slope. Just need to slow down a little bit. We're sitting on idle right now, but that should be coming up, slowing up nicely. Nice screenshot there, like that. And that. It's nice. Okay. Alright guys, focus in and let's put our sounds up and let's take over this aircraft. Our airplane. We are set. Oh, don't do that. Controlling the throttle. I tend to land better when I control the throttle myself. So take control of that. Alright, here we go. Got the fuel inside lined up nicely. Let's get more in the middle there if we can.
100 above. 50.
Okay, here we go.
Atlanta traffic at 25 20 miles north, south, 10, 5.
Alright, there it is. Reverse throttles are on. $80. 60, and we are good. All right, not bad, not bad. Let's pull over here to the left. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1668 clear, runway 9 right, taxiing in on November 10 kilo, crossing runway 9 left if nobody's on takeoff pattern.
Until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins.
Make sure nobody's taking off here.
If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again.
Nope, it is clean. There's nobody there, so we can go ahead and cross. Let's go ahead and clean up our flaps here, guys. Alright, very nice. Spoilers can come down. We can go ahead and cross runway at Delta. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1668 crossing runway 9 left at Delta, taxiing via Lima to parking. Okay, excellent. Cool, that was pretty good. Definitely enjoy that approach. Love coming here, especially when it's busy. It's such a beautiful airport. Gonna go ahead here and turn to our left. Find a parking. Let's go ahead and turn off. Some of these landing lights can come off now. Runway taxi lights are good. Those can stay on. Strobe lights can come off. Let's go ahead and start our APU at this moment. We'll hit that start button there. We'll get our APU bleed turned on in just a second. I forget which is the Delta terminal, but I'm just gonna look for some people waiting for us. Anybody out here? Any ground crew hanging around that want to take us in? Maybe here? No, there's no. See if we find somebody. Nope, I don't see no souls out here. So we'll just turn in here. That's fine. Alright, we'll turn right in here on Terminal D. $55 seconds early. It's good, not late. Usually here I do some kind of humorous joke every time I land. Public address. There it is. Usually gives you a couple of points. I do it every flight, so I wonder if Pacx knows that you do it every flight, and the minute you don't do it, they ding you for it. That would be nice.
Atlanta traffic at 2512 on a 5-mile funnel runway 8 left Atlanta.
Alright, let's turn in here. Let's go ahead and turn off turn on our APU. Let's turn off our lights so we don't blind our crew in the ground. There it is, and let's bring it in here nicely. Over to the left, the right, excuse me.
Traffic Delta 1405 for taxi runway 9 or left via Mike.
Okay, there we go. Easy does it. We gotta check the sensitivity on the brakes are too much. Okay. Alright. Well, we definitely went over, but that's okay. Alright, good. Excellent. Parking brakes are coming on. Let's hop out here and get our jetway connected. No? Can we do that? Pushback Express doesn't have the jetway connection sign there, so we'll do it through here, no problem. Let's get ground services, tune to ground. Let's connect our jetway. Excellent. Alright guys, welcome to Atlanta. Nice short flight from Pensacola International. That was pretty cool, pretty sweet. No issues. Let's go ahead and get these engines turned off. Over to the top, and we can turn off our our wing lights can come off now. Everything else here is good. Seatbelt signs can come off. Passengers can go ahead and start getting their bags. We'll turn seatbelt sign off on Pacx as well. External power, turn that on. Wait for engines to spool down. And I forget the number you want to wait for. N2 I think it is. But that looks pretty low to me, so we can go ahead and turn off our beacon lights. Strobe lights were not all the way off, so we'll turn that off. Cool. Sweet. Throw this all out. We don't need that anymore. Everything is set. Open the cockpit door and let's greet our passengers. Well, say bye to our passengers. And we are set, guys. Pretty cool. Pretty sweet. Very nice flight. Wait for our passengers to deboard and see how we did. Let's see what Sim Toolkit gave us. 187 feet per minute on the landing, so not bad. That's good. Can't complain about that. Turn this off here. All good. Speed brakes are disarmed. Flaps are clean. TCAS. Transponder can come off. This can come off. Excellent. Alright, excellent. Nice flight. Oh, there it goes. Nice takeoff, Delta. The background there taking off, company. There it is. There he goes. Is Atlanta already the busiest airport in the US? Well, I'm sure those numbers have changed, but I think it is, right? While we wait for that information. Well, we'll wait for people to deplane. Let's take a look. Busiest at our airport. Yeah, Atlanta, number one, 103 million passengers. I think that's annually. Not last year, of course. That is as of, that's funny, this is as of March 2026. I gotta see those numbers now. Right before the madness. So it is Atlanta, it is Los Angeles, O'Hare, Dallas, Denver, Kennedy, but the jump is big. Like for example, the jump is 103 million for Atlanta, and then Los Angeles at 84. Then from there it starts dropping. 79, 71, 61, 61 New York, San Francisco, Las Vegas, Seattle. Yeah, so pretty nice. Pretty good list. The biggest and busiest U.S. airports as of March 26. Alright, everybody should be off shortly. This was a pretty good flight. From here I'm going to New York, going back to Kennedy. But again, pretty nice flight. Excellent. Weather's an issue. Not happy with that. So we have to figure this out. I think I'm gonna go ahead and purchase Weather Force today, or look at any other ones that might be good, but can't be having this inconsistency with the weather. It's just insane. All right, it should be almost about done here. We'll wrap this up and we will get going to head north. In a few minutes after our plane reboarding is complete, which is done now. Let's check Pacx. How did we do here? So let's end our flight. Delta 1668 A320 from Pensacola to Atlanta. Flight 43 minutes. 174 passengers, 95% satisfaction, nice, and 193 feet per minute. Good, so they're pretty close. 187, 193. We'll take 193. 55-minute block time. Again, we took off really fast because that's short. Small airport, not a lot of taxiing. Soft landing, good. Passenger reseating, yeah, we had that taken off. What else? Okay, cool. Nothing but positive comments. That was a quick flight. Yes, absolutely parsed. Should have asked the flight attendant for something. Well, we were good. All right, guys, thank you for joining us. See you on the next stream and flight. We'll see where we go next. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend if we don't talk before then.